Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Media and information literacy equips citizens with competencies needed to seek and enjoy the full benefits of this fundamental human right. Hi, I'm Ali, and welcome to the second lecture of Media and Information Literacy. In the first lecture, we went over the definition of media and media literacy. In this session, we'll be exploring the 5 basic key concepts of media literacy. The first key concept is that all media is constructed. Number 2, most media messages are organized to gain profit or power. Number 3, different people experience media differently. Number 4, media messages are constructed using a creative language with its own rules. Number 5, media has embedded values, points of views, and opinions. So what questions might arise in a person's mind when viewing media based on these 5 key concepts of media literacy? The first key concept, that all media is constructed, may lead to questions such as who constructed this message? What are the different production institutions and financial institutions behind the production of this message? Who is this message targeting? What motivated the authors of this message to construct it? And what does this message want me to do? If you recall the second concept of media literacy, that most media is created for profit or power, we may ask what sort of profit or power is this message aiming for? The third concept being that different people experience media differently, we might ask how would the audience interpret this message? How the difference between audiences' demographics, for example, play a role on the interpretation of this message. Since media literacy entails a basic understanding of different media techniques being used to convey the message, we should look into what techniques are being used in this message and why. Are the techniques effective at enhancing the delivery of the message, or, as we'll study later, how is the message encoded using different techniques? What symbols are being used to represent the meaning of this message? What other techniques could have been used to enhance the message? How do the techniques communicate with the message? And we'll study more about this in the lecture on representation. The fifth key concept, that all media has embedded values, points of views, and opinions. What ideas, values, information, or points of view does this message imply? Can we understand the political position of the author through this message? Does the author leave it up to the audience to have an opinion, or is an opinion politically being enforced? What are the different presumptions that the author is making? Are there any hidden biases in the message? And if so, then what are they? Lastly, we must also take a general look at the message's time of delivery to better understand its context. And as we'll discuss later, we also need to understand the source's reliability and credibility to better understand whether the message is reliable or not. Thanks again for listening. Hope to see you in the next session, which will be about representation.